How long can Iran fight?
Iran is ready for.
What message would you like to give for Indian people?
I appreciate.
खासकर तेल और गैस की जो क्राइसिस हुई है इसकी वजह से बहुत ज़्यादा परेशान है। तो भारत के लोग क्या उम्मीद करें, ईरान भारत को किस तरह से राहत दे सकता है होर्मुज़ के माध्यम से?
A lot of people.
हमले से 2 दिन पहले भारत के प्रधानमंत्री इजराइल गए थे, उसके 2 दिन बाद ही हमला हुआ। इस पर क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
They wanted to change.
ईरान में हाल फिलहाल में जो लोग सड़क पर आए थे सत्ता के लिए, वो क्या मांग रहे थे और ऐसा क्या मांग रहे थे जो उनको नहीं दिया जा सकता था, और इसमें लगभग 3000 लोगों को मार दिया गया।
We are on the maximum. This war was imposed by Prime Minister on President of America.
You mean American president is under pressure? दुनिया जानती है ईरान के सर्वोच्च नेता को मार दिया गया अमेरिका और इजराइल द्वारा। अब वहाँ पर नए सर्वोच्च नेता बना दिए गए हैं। आप कुछ जानते हैं उनके बारे में?
The supreme leader of the Islam.
अमेरिकन प्रेसिडेंट एंड इजरायली पीएम दे आर कंटिन्यू, मतलब वो कॉल कर रहे हैं ईरान के लोगों को कि आप सड़क पर आइए। क्या आपको लगता है कि अमेरिका और इजराइल इस प्रयास में फेल हो चुके हैं?
As you know, they don't, and they said our government should do something for us.
नमस्कार, लोकित इंडिया में आप सभी का स्वागत है। मैं हूं अंबुज कुमार और आप सब जानते हैं कि दुनिया में इस वक्त काफ़ी उथल पुथल चल रही है, खासकर इसलिए क्योंकि अमेरिका और इजराइल ने ईरान के खिलाफ युद्ध छेड़ दिया और इसका असर पूरी दुनिया में हो रहा है। तो फिलहाल हम लोग दिल्ली में मौजूद हैं ईरान के सर्वोच्च नेता के जो प्रतिनिधि हैं, सांस्कृतिक और धार्मिक प्रतिनिधि भारत के लिए, डॉक्टर अब्दुल मजीद हकीम इलाही साहब के साथ, और आपसे हम समझेंगे, बात करेंगे कि ये इन सारी चीज़ों के पीछे क्या है, कारण क्या है और ईरान अब क्या चाहता है। बहुत सारे मुद्दों पर बात करेंगे। तो सर, बहुत स्वागत है आपका और धन्यवाद कि आपने इतना समय हमें दिया।
You're welcome. Thank you very much for having me.
सर, सबसे पहले तो भारत की आवाम की तरफ से, अपने दर्शकों की तरफ से मैं ये कहना चाहूँगा कि देश काफ़ी नाराज़ है जिस तरह से आपके सर्वोच्च नेता के साथ घटना हुई और लगातार जिस तरीके से इजराइल और अमेरिका की तरफ से बिना एक बातचीत के दौरान इस तरह से हमला किया गया।
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you very much for having me here. We had very good deal with the administration of United States during the time of Obama, and we reached the conclusion and very good agreement, which we call it Barjam in Persian language.
JPCOY.
Yes, and then when President Trump came to the power and he was elected as a president of the United States, he came and he turned the agreement and said we don't want to continue with that agreement. Although that agreement took a long time, so many years for negotiation with Iranian delegation and United States of America delegation. And we were working on it. And that agreement also was recorded in United Nations, UN, as well as 5 European countries, including UK, Germany, France, agreed with that one. And we were working on it. But the President Trump, when he came into power, he turned it and threw it away. Then we started some conflict with the administration of President Trump. Then after that, he came to the second term of presidentship, and we started also negotiation with him, with his administration. Then during of our negotiation, he attacked us by force of Israel. And that was 12 days war. Then again, he called upon us for negotiation. We agreed with that one, and we offered very, very good offer to them, and even they were surprised. As one expert from UK, he was also part of a member of the United States delegation. He said, I was surprised by generosity of Iran, how they offered such thing to delegation of United States of America. And even we had so many negotiations with them in Oman. Then we moved to Geneva, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Oman also was very happy, and even delegation of United States also was very happy. And they said that we had a lot of achievements, we had a lot of progress in negotiation. Suddenly, while we wanted to sign the agreement, suddenly United States of America and Israel targeted Iran, and they started bombing our civilians, our schools, and our hospitals. This is the beginning of the war, and they initiated this war against us. They started this war against us, the war which we didn't want it, and it was unaccepted war from our side.
जैसा कि दुनिया जानती है, ईरान के सर्वोच्च नेता को मार दिया गया अमेरिका और इजराइल द्वारा। अब वहाँ पर नए सर्वोच्च नेता बना दिए गए हैं। आप कुछ जानते हैं उनके बारे में?
The supreme leader of the Islamic Republic of Iran, the late Ayatollah Majid Ali Khamenei, he was a spiritual leader, he was a religious leader, and he was very pious, he was a very knowledgeable man, and he was professor, he was elite in different fields of sciences and ideology. And he actually wrote a lot of books. I can mention more than 70 volumes of his books, which he wrote it. He was a very fast reader of the books. In one night he could read 500 pages, and just only the novel which he read it was more than 1,000 volumes of books. And really in the art also, he was expert.
Artist.
And also in different field of sciences. However, he was in his house, he was very humble. I remember even in his house, in his kitchen, dining table, he was using plastic dining table and also plastic chairs. Even the carpet which he was using it was more than 50 years ago. Whenever they wanted to change it, he didn't allow them to be changed. And he was very simple life, and even never he received salary from the government, although he was in high ranking of authority in Iran for 47 years. 2 terms he was president of Iran. 37 years he was supreme leader of Iran. For so many years he was member of the parliament, but till now he doesn't have his own house. And he has 4 children. None of them has his own house. They are living in rented house. Once I asked him, how do you manage your life? He said, I receive a little money from my friends, and I spend that money for my expenses and my expenditure. Even the new supreme leader of the Islamic Republic of Iran, Ayatollah Sayyid Mujtaba Khamenei, is the same. He has the same manner. I was very close to him. And even sometimes in the mid-month, after mid-month, he was borrowing money for buying meat, for buying milk for his house. Never they received any salary, and they are very, very simple people. And at the same time, they want to be like poor people in the country. Even when Ayatollah Majid Ali Khamenei was asked to move from his house to another house or another city, he refused. He said, if I am leader and I am imam and leader, spiritual leader, and also leader of the country, I cannot send the poor people to fight, and I hide myself. It is not fair, and it is not justice. They asked him, and he said, if you could provide this opportunity for 90 million Iranians, then after that come and provide for me. They wanted to build for him bunker, which is safe place on the ground, but he refused. He said, could you provide such bunker for 90 million Iranians? They said, no, it's impossible. And he said, okay, I don't want it also, because I have to be like this with the same with the people, especially poor people, marginalized people, and my conscience doesn't allow me to send the poor people for fighting, and I hide myself, or I have a special life for myself. Actually, this comes from Imam Ali, Hazrat Ali, maybe you know him. He has the same manner with his people. And the new supreme leader, which is his son, he wasn't chosen because he is son of Ayatollah Khamenei. No, never. Because the leadership in Iran is not personal system. Rather, it is an institutional system. And there is council which is formed by 88 experts. They gathered and they look and investigated for a qualified person for this position. And after so many discussion, they reached to the conclusion that this is the most suitable for this position, and he has been chosen. Even he didn't know. I know him several times during the time of his father. They wanted to nominate him as his successor. He refused. He said, I don't want. And he refused. Completely he refused. But at this time, even he said that I didn't know that I have been chosen for this position, and I heard it from TV news. So he's very pious. He's very, very knowledgeable person. He's a man of theory. He's a man of management. He's a man of spirituality. He's a man of justice. He's a man of purity. He's a man of really morality, humanity, and whatever he looks for is looking for helping, supporting oppressed people, poor people, marginalized people, and he wants to be the same with the poor people.
Do you have any personal relation with him?
Of course.
Which type?
We were classmates, and for so many years we were together, and really in the class he was raising a lot of new theory to the professors, and always at the class he was criticizing the professors. And you know, at that time no one knows that he's the son of supreme leader. No one knows that. Just only I knew that, maybe two other people, because he was a very simple person.
Okay. सर मुझे जो जानकारी है आपके बारे में थोड़ी बहुत, उसमें पता चला कि आप दर्शन के बारे में काफ़ी अच्छी नॉलेज रखते हैं. दर्शन यानी फिलॉसफी. तो मैं जानना ये चाहता था कि क्या लड़ाई यानी युद्ध किसी भी विवाद का हल हो सकता है?
As you know, in different philosophy, whether Hindi philosophy, because it's a very oldest philosophy, and also Western philosophy and Islamic philosophy, all of them are condemning the war, because during the war doesn't bring peace, and the result of war is crisis, conflict, and suffering of poor people especially. Because of that, the philosophy doesn't allow initiating of the war, and it's against the war. This is from the philosophy, because philosophy looks at the existence, looks at the life of human being, and the life of human being completely against the war, because war brings death to the society, to the country, to the existence. But philosophy is going to bring the meaning of the life. He wants to bring the meaning of the life. And according to Islamic jurisprudence, which we call it fiqh, No one is allowed to initiate war. Please, this is very important. According to Islamic jurisprudence and or fuqaha, which we call the jurists, they say that we don't have a right to initiate war. We are not allowed according to our religion, which is Islam, according to the Holy Quran, according to the traditions of the Holy Prophet. We are not allowed to initiate war against anyone. But we are allowed to defend ourselves. Because if anyone attacks you, you have to defend yourself. Even if this fighting is personal fighting. For instance, you are in the house, an armed robber comes to your house. You have to defend yourself. Yes. But initiating war against anyone, you cannot do that. Therefore, this war actually, according to the philosophy, according to the religions, all religions, is unlawful, and it is really injustice. War.
What do you think why America attacked? What is the reason?
I can say this war is not between Iran and the United States of America. Because majority of Americans, even in this administration of the United States of America, are not agree with this war. Even some of them said we were against initiating the war, but the Prime Minister of Israel imposed this war to the President of America, and he was saying repeatedly that it is 40 years I wanted to attack Iran, but I couldn't convince any president of United States. I can say this is not war between Iran and United States. This war also is not between Iran and President Trump. Just only this war is personal war between Prime Minister of the Israel and Iran. But on behalf of him, the President Trump also joined this war, and instead of using the weapons of Israel, he uses the weapons of America. Instead, the Israelis pay for this war. The American people, they pay for that. And exactly, you can see a lot of reports from even American senators, from American professors, from Americans. They said this is not our war. And even the President Trump, he didn't want in the beginning to initiate this war. This war was imposed by Prime Minister on President of America.
You mean American president is under pressure?
Of course.
Why?
The President of America, because of a lot of circumstances and a lot of conditions, he was forced to initiate this war.
Is there any file?
Of course. If you look at his statements from the beginning up to now, you're confused because there is no real reason for initiating this war. There is no real evidence for initiating this war. And every time say something against, contrary to what he said before.
And now we come to India. As you always say that we have thousands of years relation between Iran and India, cultural relation and other things. Do you get the response which you want from India?
Yes. As you know, the relation between Iran and India rooted to 5,000 years. Even some people said that 7,000 years. But the evidences which we have it are showing us that the relationship and friendship between Iran and India rooted to 5,000 years ago. Iranian connected to Indians first by philosophy, by spirituality, by justice, by morality, by cultural, by civilization. And this make this relationship very strong. Really, this relationship is very strong. And any Iranian lives here doesn't feel that he is in foreign country. He's not feeling that he's a stranger here or he's foreigner here. He feel at the same, he lives in with his people. Because even our shape is the same. Our culture is the same. And even any Indians live in Iran also feels the same. He feels that he's at his home because the same people, the same shape, the same cultural, even our language. Also, the root of our language is the same. The pronunciation is different, but the language is the same. Any Indian or Iranian, if he didn't study that other language, but he understands in the general. So our relationship, it's a very, very good relationship, and it's a very strong relationship and friendship.
And what about Indian government response?
And also what we receive from Indians, brothers and sisters here, it was above our expectation. I didn't expect such feeling, emotions from our brothers and sisters in India. Regardless their religion, all of them were coming here or in their cities, and they showed their feeling towards injustice war, and they supported Ayatollah Khamenei. They were very, very, very sad, and they were feeling very, very sad, and even they came here, they were crying, they were mourning, and it's very grave. This martyrdom of him, it was very, very heavy for them. Even some of them, they couldn't tolerate it. Some, they said that when I lost my father, I never cried like now I'm crying. It is really, I appreciate our brothers and sisters for their sympathy, for their solidarity, and for their support for justice and humanity. And at the same time also, we have very good relationship with Iranian government. As you know, 2 times the Prime Minister of India, he called our president, and they had good discussion. And also the Minister of Foreign Affairs of India also, he called sometime, I don't know, 2 times, 3 times, our minister. And also when we open condolence book in our embassy, also the deputy of Minister of Foreign Affairs, he came and he signed, and a lot of officials also attended. Thanks God, we have very good relationship with Indian government.
Now, ईरान में हाल फिलहाल में जो लोग सड़क पर आए थे सत्ता के खिलाफ, हाँ, वो क्या मांग रहे थे और ऐसा क्या मांग रहे थे जो उनको नहीं दिया जा सकता था, और इसमें लगभग 3000 लोगों को मार दिया गया. क्या ये मानवता के खिलाफ नहीं है?
Okay, it's a very good question. We are under maximum pressure economic sanction for 47 years. Imagine, 47 years we are under maximum pressure economic sanction, but we are living. So we have a lot of economic problems in our country. Please imagine, it's a 10 days or 11 days from closing or the problem in the Strait of Hormuz. It's just 10 days. Look at the market. What's happened? The price of gas is increased. The price of petrol is increased. The price of oil is increased. Even the price of bread is increased. The price of a lot of goods, even food, even dresses, clothes, everything is increased. Even some countries, they ask the staff not coming to the work because of the
Sri Lanka.
problem of the shortage of fuel. They ask them they have to stay at the home. Even I heard a lot of factories are closed. Do you know? Just 10 days. Imagine how we were feeling for 47 years. Really, we had a lot of problems because of this unlawful sanction, unjustice sanction, or unjust sanction. Because of that, we had a lot of problems. Yes, and they try as much as possible to put pressure on Iranians. They didn't allow us to sell our oil and petrol, and they didn't allow us to buy whatever we needed. So our people, they came for demonstration, and they said that our government should do something for us. This was a peaceful demonstration. But for more than 2-3 years, some other enemies and some other countries, they started to bring conflicts in this demonstration. As Minister of Israel, one minister of Israel mentioned, we have our people in Iran in the street. They sent a lot of weapons in Iran and a lot of guns, a lot of sword, a lot of other facilities, and they taught them how they have to damage and burn banks, mosques, and some governmental offices.
Shooting the public.
Yes, and public offices.
Shooting the public.
And yes,
Killing the
this is the one. They started demonstration, some of them peaceful demonstration. At the same time, these people gathered and they started shouting at innocent people. They killed innocent people. They beheaded a lot of innocent people. They burned innocent people, civilians, while they were in the mosque, while they were in the ambulance, while they were in the hospital. They burned them completely. So this killing, burning, it wasn't from the government. Yes, 3,000 people is killed, but it's not by the government, it's by these people. And they killed innocent people, civilians, and Iran didn't do anything to them. Finally, this crisis stopped and they came together. Then the war started because they couldn't win and they didn't win through demonstration to bring the regime change, as they mentioned, and they wanted to collapse the government. Because of that, they initiated the war. But exactly this number, yes, they should not be killed, but they were innocent people. They weren't killed by the government, by army, by police. A lot of army and policemen have been killed by these people.
American president and Israeli PM, they are continue मतलब वो कॉल कर रहे हैं ईरान के लोगों को कि आप सड़क पर आइए. क्या आपको लगता है कि अमेरिका और इजराइल इस प्रयास में फेल हो चुके हैं?
As you know, they don't want interests of the Iranians. They want to divide Iran to 5 countries. This is their plan. And even the President Trump mentioned, frankly, that the map of Iran after the war will be changed. They want to divide Iran to different countries, whether 5 countries, less or more.
What is their benefit in this?
سودی که از این کار به اصطلاح به ایران تزریق کردن به 4 کشور 5 کشور آمریکا به از این قضیه چه سودی خواهند برد؟
Actually, America doesn't want any country to be strong, not just only Iran. This exactly in with other countries. They want very weak countries, and weak countries should be a small country. Then they can dictate whatever they want to them. They come and they say, you have to buy these weapons from me for 5 billion US dollar. And they don't have any other choice. They have to pay for that. And they want to keep them silent, or they don't harm them. They have to pay to them one airplane as a gift. They want that one. Iran, strong Iran is not good for them. They want to damage it. It's not just only Iran. In other countries also the same. They want all countries to be weak and obey them. But they cannot reach to this, their dream. That's only the dream. Never they want, and they are looking for the interests of Iranians. Even one minister of Israel mentioned, after finishing and changing Iranian government, we will attack a lot of Iranian facilities, as we did to Syria. And they occupied a lot of Syrians' land. This is their aim. Never they want interest and profit for Iranians. Never they want peaceful for Iranians. Never they want justice for Iranians. If they wanted to support Iranians as an Iranians, civilians, why they created such sanction against Iran? And we had a lot of people who are suffering from the sickness. They don't have medicine, and they don't take care of that.
हमले से ठीक 2 दिन पहले भारत के प्रधानमंत्री इजराइल गए थे। इसे लेकर भारत में बहुत सारे सवाल हुए, विवाद हुआ। इस पर आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
They wanted to change Iranian government within 3 days. This was their plan. But really this is dream. They make big mistake. They made very, very big mistake. And now they are facing a lot of problems in the war, and they cannot tolerate it. Look at the economic. Even the European countries weren't aware of this war because there wasn't any consultation with European countries, with any country. They didn't inform any country. But because this war is not American or Israel's war against Iran, but this is personal. He decided himself. Even he didn't inform the Congress. So they wanted to change the government in Iran, but this just only is a dream, and a lot of dreams cannot be implemented.
ईरान के आसपास जो तमाम इस्लामिक देश हैं वो लगातार अमेरिका को मदद करते हैं, अपनी ज़मीनें तक उनको दी हैं अपने ठिकाने बनाने के लिए। तो क्या ऐसा नहीं है कि इस्लामिक देशों के बीच ही जो विवाद है उसका फ़ायदा अमेरिका उठा रहा है? और क्या ईरान इस तरफ कोई प्रयास करेगा कि भविष्य में आपसी संबंध आसपास के देशों के साथ अच्छे हो जाएं ताकि अमेरिका को ये मौका न मिले? और क्या इस वॉर के बाद ईरान और आसपास के तमाम देश ऐसा कोई प्रयास करेंगे कि जो पुराने समीकरण थे वो बदलें और नए दोस्त बने, जिनसे पहले से दोस्ती थी वो दोस्ती टूटे, कुछ ऐसा नया हो सकता है?
Iran is existed in this region for 1,000 years with its neighbors. I don't know, 10,000, 20,000, more or less, or million thousand years. We were in this region. We didn't have any problem within ourselves. There wasn't any conflict. There wasn't any crisis between these countries. But since United States of America came to this region and surrounded Iran by 45 bases, the crisis started. So now also we informed our neighbors that we don't want to attack you. We are not going to target you. But since these missiles and air forces are attacking us and using their bases in your country, we don't have any other option, we don't have any other choice, and we are forced to respond them. You know, America never can target us from New York, from Washington, from California. They are targeting us from these bases. Where are these bases? Actually in these countries, and our relationship is very, very good relationship. Inshallah, after the end of the war, we will have best relationship, even better than before, because they understood that America cannot bring peace for them, America cannot protect them, and even the tribe in Iran and this country is the same. And majority of civilians of these countries originally are Iranian, as well as some Iranian civilians, Iranian nationalities also, or they are originally from these countries. Because maybe for so many years ago, I don't know, 10,000 years, less or more, there weren't these borders. They were living together. And I'm sure, 100%, after the war, after the end of this war, our relationship with our neighbors will be far better than now.
What about Pakistan?
What is your view regarding Pakistan in this war? Because it has very defensive relations with...
I don't know too much about it. I don't know.
ओके भारत के लोग आपसे आगे क्या उम्मीद करें, क्योंकि मैं देख रहा हूँ पूरे भारत में जो गरीब आवाम है, जो सबसे निचले तबके के लोग हैं, वो इस क्राइसिस से, खासकर तेल और गैस की जो क्राइसिस हुई है, इसकी वजह से बहुत ज़्यादा परेशान हैं। तो भारत के लोग क्या उम्मीद करें, ईरान भारत को किस तरह से राहत दे सकता है होर्मुज़ के माध्यम से और अन्य तरीकों से?
A lot of people in the world are suffering because due to this war. A lot of people, India, Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines, Japan, even European countries are suffering. But what is the sources of this suffering? Is it Iran or this war? Before this war, there wasn't any suffering. And you know that this 47 years we are feeling the same thing which you are feeling. It's very bad. I swear by God that we are not happy with the suffering of these people. And we didn't create it. We are not causes of this suffering. The United States and Israel are causes of the suffering. I think the best thing is that the world leaders should come together and make one voice against this war. Not only against Iran. And they say Iran should stop. How Iran under attack? The America should stop it. Israel should stop it. I was really surprised how some European presidents, when Iran was attacked, they said nothing. When Ayatollah Khamenei was killed, they said nothing. When 175 girl students were killed, they said nothing. But when the price of oil or gas is increased, they started, Iran should stop this war and should open the Strait of Hormuz. This is double standard. We are not happy with this situation. We don't want this situation because we are suffering as well. A lot of people at the moment, every day, hundreds of times they are attacking Iranians, and hundreds of Iranians every day are suffering and on the attack, on the bombing of these people. And they were killed. So I think they have to come and they should remove and end the causes of this crisis. What is the cause of this crisis? What is the cause of this suffering? What is the cause of this conflict? Is it Iran? No, Iran was there. It's not now. This conflict, this crisis, this suffering and problem started since the war. Who initiated the war? Who created this war? Please go and tell them, stop it. They have to stop it, and the war will stop. And even those who initiated this war, they say, no, we will not stop. Okay. You continue, and other nations also are suffering. This is unjust war. This is against humanity, against the morality.
How long can Iran fight?
Iran is ready for fighting.
How long?
2 years, 3 years, 5 years. Because we have experiences with the war. 8 years, we had war, and we stood up against the war. And in this war also, we are ready, all Iranians are ready for ending this war as soon as possible. But if they want unconditional surrender, never they get it. We are not the one who sell his dignity. We are not the one who sell his independence. We share our blood, but we are not sharing our land.
What message would you like to give for Indian people?
I appreciate all of them, my dear brothers and sisters, and I appreciate the government, and I appreciate all Indians, the people and the state government. They have done well. Thank you very much for them. Really, I appreciate them for their condolences, for their sympathy, for their emotions, and for their feeling, and for their supporting Indians and the government.
Thank you very much.
You're
sir.
welcome. Thank you.